shot. He's got get away from the top speed. Touchdown. Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
56-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal.
Guys, I'm sorry. Welcome into the show. If this is your first episode, welcome. I'm apologizing because week 3 did not go as expected for us here at Top 25 and 25. I'm sincerely apologizing here. It's not just, I'm sorry because it didn't go well. I feel bad. My picks didn't go well. Picks didn't go well at Top 25 and 25 yesterday. Week 3 was wacky. It was wild. It threw me off. It threw the picks off. Nothing went good, to be honest with you. Yesterday went about as bad as it could have. And moving forward, I don't see it going that bad anymore. I don't see it going as poorly as it did for week 3. But you never know. However, it's not going to go that poorly again. Why? Because we're not going to have a week like that again this year in college football. And if we do, then, hey, more fun for us because yesterday was a good game. It was a good day. Lots of good games. Lots of fun games to watch. Hopefully you watched them. If not, we're going to break them down. We're going to talk about them. And we're going to talk about what went wrong for the picks, okay? I'm wearing my jacket because I needed to feel a little better. And when you look good, you feel a little better. And I think I look good in this. You guys let me know. But, yesterday was tough. It was tough. It was a sad day for me. Sad day for everybody at Top 25 and 25. And I'm sorry. So I just wanted to tell you guys, yes, it didn't go well. If you're coming at me, I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve the coming at me because we sucked yesterday. Yesterday was really bad for everybody. However, if you look at everybody around the country, nobody picked well yesterday. Nobody picked them all. Nobody picked them good. Nobody did good. So I'm in the same boat as everybody else. So just bear with me. We're going to move on. We're going to get better. We still have a winning record. I'm going to get to the record here, get to the picks, get to the overall, and we're going to move on. We're going to get better. Week 3, tough week. We're going to move on, get better, but we're going to look back. We're going to recap. That's what we got going on in the show. Let's get in it. Let's get into the picks. Tough week. Got to take a sip. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now. Yesterday, we went 11-13 in week 3 for the 24 games that we got to pick because USC was off. We went 11-13. Now, if you're new to this, that's 11 wins and 13 losses. That is no good. That is not good, people. Okay, we want more wins than losses. However, overall, we're still good. Overall, we're 25. We're 25 wins and 22 losses, okay? 25 wins, 22 losses. Well, 21 and a half losses because we're actually 14 and 8.5 in the first week. So 25 wins, 22 and a half losses, 21 and a half losses. I don't know. The graphic will be correct. But overall, we're winning. Last week we lost. Overall, we're winning. Overall is what matters. But this matters just a little less, okay? Overall, we're still doing good. 11-13, not good. Let's get into why it didn't go well, okay? First off, nobody knows anything, okay? If yesterday showed us anything in college football, nobody knows what they're talking about. Everything they say, everything I say, who knows? I don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. Yesterday made no sense, okay? If you're thinking about it, yesterday made no sense. It made absolutely no sense. Let's get into some of the picks let's just get into all the picks. And I got to be transparent here. Didn't go well. Georgia. What are you doing? What are you doing, Georgia? What are you doing? Okay, you're supposedly the best team in the country with that #1 ranking. You didn't show it yesterday. South Carolina, Spencer Rattler played good, couple interceptions, but that really doesn't show how he played, okay? He played better than that. That offensive line for South Carolina, abysmal. Abysmal. I'm sorry for you, Spencer Rattler. Doing a lot of apologies, but I'm sorry for Spencer Rattler. I doubted him. He proved me wrong a little bit yesterday. South Carolina still lost, but we lost the bet. We lost the pick. I picked Georgia minus 27.5. I should have been smarter. 0-1 there. Michigan versus Bowling Green. Okay, we were right here. There we go. Attaboy. Minus 40. Everybody saw this coming. So everybody was right on this one. Minus 40 for Bowling Green. Okay, if you guys watched this game, I watched a little bit of it. Michigan looked horrible. They looked horrible. I cannot believe they're the #2 team in the country at this ranking. We're going to get into the what-if poll later. And we're going to be a little harsh for everybody in the top 10, okay? Nobody deserves the #1 ranking, but we're going to give it to somebody because somebody has to have it. Okay, got to take a sip here. I'm getting a little heated. Florida State. So we're 1-1, moving on to #3, Florida State. Maybe I'll cue a clip in here about what I think about Florida State. If you guys saw that, maybe I'll do a little picture-in-picture. Me looking up here. I don't know. If you guys saw this clip, I'm sorry. Okay? Florida State led me astray. They bamboozled everybody. Minus 25.5 was the line. I thought they were going to blow this out of the water. I thought they were the best team in the country. That's why they were the #1 in the what-if poll. Okay? That's why they were. Not anymore. Not anymore. Boston College made them look bad. Okay? Boston College actually played a pretty good game. They had a great game plan. That quarterback was picking them apart. Florida State didn't look good. We were wrong there. Texas versus Wyoming, minus 28. I'm an OU fan. Everybody knows that. I should have seen this coming. Every time Texas does anything good, they suck it up right after. They suck it up. And we have a little bit of false hope with Alabama. We thought they were good. They're abysmal. We're going to get into that. Texas, horrible performance. Minus 28. You let me down. Ugh. Horrible pick. 1-3 through the top 4 teams. Pitiful, guys. I'm sorry. USC was off, so luckily we didn't lose a bet there. Ohio State, Western Kentucky. Rare mascots equals rare wins. Get rid of that phrase. Doesn't make any sense now. Western Kentucky lost this bet. Ohio State looked good. They did. They did what they were supposed to do. They did what the other top 4 teams didn't do. They did what they were supposed to do. Good for Ohio State. Made us lose there. We're 1-5 through the top 6 teams. Not good. Penn State at Illinois. I was on this one. Illinois, not very good. Penn State should have beat them by a heck of a lot more than 17 or whatever they beat them by. I think it was 30. Yeah, 30 to 13. They beat them by 17. Should have beat them by a lot more. I watched this whole game. Illinois had 5 turnovers. Woo! Penn State getting us the win though. We like that. Okay, here we go. Washington, Michigan State, minus 16. Washington pummeled them. I love Washington. They're looking good. They're rolling. We're gonna get into the what if poll. That's a win for us. Notre Dame, Central Michigan. You guys know I love Notre Dame. They got the win. Didn't get it done on the spread. Hurts us, but I'll give it to them. They did what they were supposed to do. They barely lost the spread, guys. Alabama, South Florida. Okay. Here's one I want to spend a little bit of time on. What are you doing, Alabama? What are you doing? What is this? What are we watching from your team right now? Who are you guys? What is this? What is this? 17-3 against South Florida? Are we kidding ourselves? Really? This is the Alabama Crimson Tide? The best team in the last decade and a half? What are we doing, Nick Saban? What are we doing? Find a quarterback. I don't care who it is. Run the Wildcat. Your offense can be better than it is. It can. Pitiful. You guys... Move on. Getting me a little agitated. Tennessee, Florida. Let's go, baby. Gator clap. I called it. Gator clap. Look, I'm taking the hits where I took them, but I'm also going to give the credit where it's credit's due. I called this one. We knew the swamp was going to be swamping. We knew it was. Florida, minus 7. Get us a win. Utah got us a win. Oregon got us a win. Hawaii's horrible football. Oregon did what they were supposed to do. LSU at Mississippi State. Look, this might have been the worst pick last week. It was. It not might have been. It was the worst pick last week. I thought Mississippi State was good. The Eagle. I didn't. The Eagle thought Mississippi State was going to win this game. The Eagle was wrong. The Eagle was way wrong. Mississippi State is a horrible, horrible football team. Horrible. LSU's good. But Mississippi State is bad. Very bad. They couldn't do anything. Move on. LSU got us a loss. Kansas State, we picked Kansas State, Missouri, -5. Yeah. Missouri, what? Where did this come from? What do you guys, you guys struggle with Middle Tennessee State, and now you go and do this against Kansas State? What are we doing? Give me some consistency, teams in the top 25. You're throwing me through a loop. I don't know who to do. I don't know what to do. What is happening? Yeah. Missouri got us a loss. Oregon State, this was a lock. This was a lock. Saw this from a mile away. This is a lock. And we lost. The locks, we're getting rid of that because we can't win them. I'm kidding. We're not getting rid of the locks. They're staying because we're going to get them locked down. Oregon State got us a loss. Georgia Tech got us a loss. Ole Miss, Georgia Tech. What Ole Miss, this was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. The line was -20. And we lost? 7-point game with like 8 minutes left. And Ole Miss went on to win by 25? How does that happen? How do we lose that? That should have been a win, but it wasn't. It was a loss. That's why we were 11-13 yesterday. I know I'm yelling. Maybe I am. I don't know. But yesterday was bad. And I need to treat it like it was bad so we can be better in week 4. We're going to be better in week 4. I can tell you that. Colorado State. Fantastic game. Lots of cool stuff happened in this game. Big hits, cheap shots, fights, interceptions, fumble, scoop and score, pick 6. Everybody was doing things. But we lost the line. That's what matters. We lost. Oklahoma, thank you very much, Oklahoma. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Beating Tulsa by 1,000,000 points yesterday. Line was only 27, beaten by like 55. Good for you, Oklahoma, giving us a win. It was rare, but you gave us one. North Carolina, Minnesota. Eagle was wrong here. Thought Minnesota was going to win outright. Didn't even cover. Duke, Miami, Washington State, UCLA, all wins. All teams that did what they were supposed to do. Granted, Duke was the only one with a line, but they covered. Last team in the country. Oh, Iowa versus Western Michigan. I got to take a sip here. I'm getting heated. Okay. Iowa, Western Michigan. What is happening? What? Iowa, 4th and 2. You guys are up by 25. 25. 4th and 2. A minute left in the game. And you go for it? That just hurts people like me. It hurts people like me who pick Western Michigan. Last time I ever picked a directional school, Western Kentucky, Western Michigan, failing me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. So, I know I went fast there. I know I went through every game that I picked, and it was bad. However, I do want to say this. Yesterday went about as bad as I think it could go the rest of the year. And we were only 11-13. It's not like we were 5-18 or 5-19. We were 11-13. We were close to 500. Now, close to 500 is not where we want to be. We want to be well above 500. However, I'm telling you guys, yesterday went about as bad as it could get here at top 25 and 25. It's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. We're gonna move on. We're gonna be better. Now, let's get into the what if poll. Let's get into some teams that are doing what they're supposed to do. Okay? What do we know? We don't know anything about college football right now. Nobody is doing what they're supposed to do except for 3 or 4 teams. And that's why the what if poll is going to give them the credit they deserve. Week to week right now in college football, teams are looking fantastic, and then they're looking like the 18th team in the country. They're not looking like the number 1 team in the country. They're not looking like the number 2 team in the country. What is happening? Why is this happening? Now, makes for good viewing experience, makes my job difficult. I want my job to be easy. I want to be winning. Everybody loves winning. I love winning more than anybody. I do. Let's get into the rankings. Week 4 is going to be different. We're going to move on. Make sure you watch Week 4 preview. We're going to win. We're going to win. Let's get into the what if poll, okay? We're going to have the old what if poll over here. Well, maybe over here. It'll say old and new, and then we'll get into it. Got to take a sip before I do this. Woo! Okay. Who's the best team in the country? Who's the best team in the country? Did we learn anything yesterday? We learned a lot. Unfortunately, it came at my demise and my picks, but we learned a lot. We learned Georgia's not as good as they think they are. Michigan, not that good. Texas, not that good. Alabama, bad. Florida State, not as good as I hoped, not as good as I thought. Out of the national championship. There, I said it. They're my national championship pick. Not anymore. Get them out. Get them out. Ugh. We learned this might be the most open college football's been in 10 years. We have no idea who the best team in the country is, but I'm about to tell you who I think the best team in the country is. Let's get into it. What if poll? We're going to go bottom up, though. We're going bottom up. Number 24 team in the country, because there are not 25 teams that deserve to be ranked. Number 24 team in the country, Iowa. Look, you guys proved me wrong. You guys scored more than 28 points. Didn't think it was possible. Good for you guys. Number 24 team, Missouri. Beating a top 15 team, top 16 team. Good for you guys. I doubted you. That wide receiver you got down there, Luther Burden, the third. That dude's a stud. Stud muffin. Certified stud muffin. That's going to be a segment coming up in the Week 4 preview. The stud muffins. We're going to pick guys that we think are going to be studs. And if they are studs that week, we're giving them certified stud muffin. Luther Burden, certified stud muffin. Number 23 team in the country, Missouri. Bama, number 22. I'm dropping them a bunch because they deserve to be dropped a bunch. What if is all about what they deserve. And they deserve to be dropped a lot. From what we saw yesterday against South Florida, pitiful. Number 22, Bama. 21, UCLA. They haven't played anybody, but they look good. UCLA, 21. Colorado, 20. Staying where they are, basically. I moved them up one, because why not? Yeah, that's wrong. I'm moving them down. No, they're going to stay at 21. I'm switching them in UCLA. UCLA, you moved up to number 20. Congratulations. Colorado back to 21. Miami, 19. Good for you guys. Washington State, 18. Washington State moved up 6. Washington State, they might be too low on the what if. And I'm being honest with you. They might be too low. But I moved them up 6 from the 24 they were at last week. It'll be up here. Good for you, Washington State. I love your uniforms, by the way. Ole Miss, 17. Big game against Bama. You guys are the better team. You guys should beat Bama. We don't know what we're going to pick next week at the moment here, top 25 and 25. But Ole Miss, better than Bama. Duke, I love you. 16 team in the country. North Carolina, 15. Utah, 14. LSU, 13. Oregon, 12. Oregon State, 11. That's 11 through 25. 11 through 24. Why? Say it with me. There are not 25 teams that deserve to be ranked. At least not in the what if poll. All right, let's get into the top 10 because this is what everybody cares about. Ooh, who's in the top 10? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, okay? The what if poll is all about what if. What if what we have been shown through 3 weeks is actually what these teams are? And I think it's a pretty good sample size. 1 week? 2 weeks? Well, okay. 3 weeks? Yeah. All right, you've played 3 teams that you should probably be beating unless you have a Power 5 non-con game that's a top team. But most of these teams playing a bunch of nobodies. And they're sucking it up. Okay, Michigan, number 10 team in the country. I almost dropped you out of the top 10. I did. I almost dropped you way down. What are you doing? Bowling Green? J.J. McCarthy, what are you doing? Pitiful. 3 interceptions. You look like you were lost out there. Pitiful. Number 10, Texas. Number 9, I dropped him. I did. I had him at number 3 in the what if poll last week. I did. Get him out. Get him out. Texas, number 9. Why? Because you sucked against Wyoming. That's why. Georgia, number 8. What are you doing? Get them out of the top 2. Get them out. I don't want to see them there anymore. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not doing anything. Number 8. Florida State, number 7. This hurts me. Okay? Because I love Florida State. I think they're still really good. However, what they have showed me as of yesterday is that they don't deserve to be the number 1 team. They don't. Okay? Moving on. Ohio State, number 6. I moved them up a couple because they did what they were supposed to do. They beat a rare mascot team, which is hard to do. Okay, number 5. Top 5. Let's get them up there. Boom. And what you're seeing on your screen right now, yeah, I have Oklahoma at the number 5 team in the country. Okay? Hear me out on this, guys. Hear me out on this. You got to take a sip before you hear me out. I might need something stronger after this week. Woo! Okay. OU, number 5 team in the country. Why? Because what they've shown me is they're a good football team. They're getting it done on offense. They're getting it done on defense. Who have they played? A couple of nobodies and a pretty good team in SMU. What does that tell me? It tells me what they're supposed to do. 3-0, 3-0 against the spread. We're going to continue to ride Oklahoma. Let's go, baby. Oklahoma, getting it done. Number 5 team in the country. They have the number 2 scoring offense, like a number 8 scoring defense, something like that. They're killing it. They're getting it done. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And what if that means they deserve to be in the top 5? They do. Number 4, Penn State. They covered. Move them up. Number 4 team in the country. Notre Dame didn't cover. However, 4-0. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're looking dominant. Although they didn't cover yesterday, they're looking dominant. What if it's time we start giving Notre Dame credit? It is time. Number 3 team in the country. All right. Here we go. Top 2. You probably know by now who the 2 teams I haven't mentioned yet. You know. You definitely know. Okay? That's USC and Washington. Ooh, do I give out number 2 team or do I give out number 1 team? Who do I give out first? The number 2 team in the country is USC, okay? Why are they not number 1? Because their defense still sucks. Okay? Their defense still sucks. However, they are a team that's still doing what they need to do. They didn't do anything yesterday because they didn't play. However, through their first 3 weeks, they've done what they needed to do. They've looked good. They've done what they needed to do. Okay? Could this change? Could the what-if poll change week to week? It can. That's the beauty of the what-if poll. That's the beauty of it. We go week to week. We go up based off what we've seen. And what we've seen is USC is a good team. They're a good team. Number 2 team in the country. Here we go. Number 1 team in the country. This is a shocker for everybody out there, except for me, because Washington is the best team in the country. They are. Right now, Washington is the best team in the country. Not anybody else. Washington. The Huskies. Put it up there. Washington Huskies. Number 1 team in the country. Why? They've done what they needed to do. They beat everybody they've played by a 50-point margin every game. They've dominated. Both sides of the ball. Offense and defense. They have dominated. And the number 1 team in the country deserves the number 1 team in the number 1 ranking because they dominate. I want the number 1 team in the country to be dominant. That's what Washington does. They dominate right now. Now, again, let me preface this. Can it change? Yes. But as of week 3, as of what we've seen, the what-if poll tells me, based on our metrics, based on our system, Washington, number 1. Give it to them. All right. That's the what-if poll. Going to throw up the top 10 again. Old, new. A lot of movement in the what-if poll because yesterday showed us a lot. It showed us frauds. It showed us fake teams. It showed us Alabama sucks. It showed us a lot. It showed us OU deserves to be in the top 5. It showed us Washington's the number 1 team in the country. Give it to them. We give them what they deserve based on what we've seen. What if what we've seen is true? And that's what the what if poll is. What we've seen, what if we go off of it? And we do. Washington, number 1 team in the country. Now, as I said earlier, Florida State, out of the national championship. If you remember, as of last week, they were the national championship pick. Not anymore. Get them out. Get them out. Bring OU in. Bring Washington in. Boom. Boom. That's your new national championship game. Who's going to win it? OU. OU's going to win the national championship as of week 3. As of week 3, OU's your national champions. Washington versus OU. What's your playoff look like? USC versus Washington. OU versus Notre Dame. OU beats Notre Dame. Washington beats USC. Gives us OU Washington. And based off what I've seen, now this begs the question that some of you might be asking. Well then, Ian, why isn't OU the number 1 team in the country? Well, guys, the What If poll is not national championship predictions. The What If poll is based off what we've seen, not what we think is going to happen, not what we will see, okay? That's what national championship predictions are, and those change each week here on the Top 25 and 25 College Football Show. We're the only show in the country that gets to change their stuff week to week. Why? Because that's how it should be. It shouldn't be just this solid, non-fluid thing. College football is fluid. It's fluid. It goes up and down. We got 5 seconds left. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the subscribe button. Tap the like button. Thank you.